The Continental Divide Trail. From the deserts of New Mexico to the peaks of the Northern Rockies, she stretches some 3,100 miles between the borders of Mexico and Canada. Not only does it blaze a path through some of the nation's most scenic terrain, it ties together many of the defining moments in our nation's history. This is the story of a small band of adventure seekers determined to drive this historic route.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Lucy, and we're from El Dorado, California.
We drive a 2020 Gladiator with an Overland camper on it.
I'm Ofer.
And I'm Tally, and we're from Palo Alto, California.
And we're driving an FCJ80 that had a sex change, and currently it's an HDJ80.
Mike W. from Iowa, and I drive a 2013 Land Rover LR4.
My name's Bob Brand. I'm from Culver City, California, driving a 2020 Jeep Gladiator pickup with an Alu cab.
Hey, I'm Kelly Heron. I'm actually a full-time RVer based out of South Dakota, and I drive a 2020 2500 Cummins.
My name's Colin Ritchie. I'm from Redondo Beach, California. I'm driving a 2013 LR4, pulling a 2017 Patriot Campers X1 GT.
And of course, my name is Mike, and I make travel and adventure videos. And I'm going to be your Sherpa for this once-in-a-lifetime adventure, overlanding the United States Continental Divide Trail.
Mike is under the Land Rover.
Well, we've already had our first casualty. We haven't even made it to the start. We're never getting to Canada. What did you break?
Sway bar in link. Known weak point. Luckily, I brought 2 spares.
It's the trail that brings us all together, my friend.
Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, we're all doing kumbaya here.
I should really put my awning out because it will cover me.
Let's just keep moving.
Am I looking at the future?
Yeah.
It's not the...
It needs to be saged. Bob needs to sage it. Load it up. Good job, Mike.
Horizon just welcomed me to Mexico. We must be close.
Welcome to the Butte Hill region of New Mexico. It's here on the Mexican border at the Crazy Cook Monument that our adventure officially begins.
All right, everybody's rolling.
Over the course of the next 19 days, the team will head north, 2,700 some odd miles to the Canadian border. At least, that's the plan.
I think Border Patrol is following us. We have traveled 200 miles since the Mexican border.
Looks like there's a pretty big fire to the west of us.
So obviously we can't drive across the Continental Divide. So the trail systems that we're sticking to are within 25 to 50 miles at all times of the actual Continental Divide, always traversing as close as humanly possible to the actual divide.
I think today we're going to get our car washed. It's a shame. I like the patina that my car has. Are those clouds right over the hill ahead of us, or is that smoke?
That is one big fire. We're going to pull over and get some fire information.
I won't be able to move for a minute. What's the concern, Kent?
Those fires. Whole mountainside's on fire, a lightning complex. And that's where our track is, right there. Right, we see a header right there.
Yeah, so this is the Divide fire, 13,800 acres, plus whatever it just blew up to.
It seems like the route's definitely going through that smoke, right?
Yes. Well, the fire looks to be moving east because when we were watching it, the head of the fire was behind the mountain there, and now it's way over to the right.
It looks like the fire is on the left-hand side of the road structure, and on my map, I showed another road that went off to the right. You can get around it. Worst case scenario is we turn around, we go back to that one intersection, we head east, and then go around the other way. But we have to then find public land to camp on. So
I think we should mush forward and see
we're
what
going to
happens.
mush forward until we are told we can't mush forward anymore. And then I'll do a little bit of our, magic talk. We might be able to make our way through it.
It should be said that our team's fearless leaders, Kent and Lucy, spent their entire careers with the fire department. If anyone understands how to navigate this tricky situation, it's those two.
The crew that's been working on it, the guy we talked to, they're the Silver City hotshots.
We're taking a right at the next intersection.
We got really close to the fire. We were able to get through where the fire department were doing back burns to the big fire, which means the fire department actually set that fire, so to intercept the bigger fire so it would not spread any further. The winds are blowing heavily to the east, which might actually push us further because we want to get away from the smoke.
Hang on a second. Looks like this road might be closed. For those of you that downloaded my most recent UPX file, we're taking the red bypass that I did around here. This road, who knows why it's closed.
We've got a few more hours of daylight and there's a few different paths we can take. However, it's still kind of smoky, definitely dusty. Yeah, we're down to plan C now. I think I found a spot though. There's some rain off in the distance. You can see it. Looks like we might go just to the east of it, but we are starting to hit little patches of mud along the trail now, so we'll see how it goes.
An ever-present part of this adventure is the many long hours of driving. On average, the team will cover around 8 to 9 hours of windshield time each day. Most of the New Mexico route is relatively tame for now.
All right, we found our camp for the night. On in.
Okay, we start today at 431 miles into the trip.
Deploy the drone.
Exploring unique places along the route is just part of the adventure. Here in the Chavez Wilderness, you will find a unique glimpse into the remote and often harsh realities of early New Mexico homesteaders. There is nothing for hundreds of miles in any direction. Dating back to the late 1700s, ruins such as these are not uncommon along the divide.
We're all on trail.
So northern New Mexico continues to be gorgeous. As you've seen, we are en route to Camp 4. We are back up into the mountains around 8,500 feet and soon to encounter our first true obstacle of this track.
About halfway up the first obstacle, you might think about using a locker.
That's too much fun. We should have like 700 miles of this.
About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, New Mexico time. We're going to be pulling into Camp 4 probably in another 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, we got a bear up here. He's in front of me crossing the road. When you get here, take a good look down to your left. I'm going to keep moving.
Yes, senor.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
I slept great. Did you hear the coyotes?
No, I slept. When?
It was about 1:30 in the morning. I think they captured something right there.
Rolling on day 5.
in the forest.
Morning of day 6, and we're just above 10,000 feet, which means it was pretty cold last night. Not too bad. Low 40s. It's now probably mid 40s. Having some coffee and trouble breathing at 10,000 feet. But game plan for today, Colorado.
Cows on both sides and in the road. Caution advised.
So I have a loose Allen bolt that is making my rooftop tent rattle a little. When it's convenient, can I have 5 minutes?
Okay, so which one?
Those are stars.
But you could use them as Allen too.
No, I have a special tool.
Okay.
It's in here somewhere.
Colin.
That'll do. See if you can have at it with that.
Oh yeah.
We were down the Land Rover bypasses for a while.
There we go.
Oh, you're a star. Just tighten it as hard.
Oh, as hard as they can.
Are you having fun? Huh? Are you having fun?
Tails on trail.
Did we just pass the border?
Yes, that cattle guard was the Colorado state line.
So it looks like today's route's 100 miles to Silverton. That's over Stony Pass.
Day 7, and Mike's back under his truck again.
Okay, in the second pool, who had Land Rover? Oh, wait, we all did. Never mind.
If you turn the wheel to the right, we may be able to access it from the back. You don't have an 18 millimeter. Oh
No, this you have to hold the end. So
I see.
It's this guy right here, which we replaced in the New Mexico desert once already.
Done?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, he's done with yoga.
Come on, Stony.
All right, so just a little tightening, nothing major. Back on the road.
Pretty spaced out on this uphill climb here. Pretty gnarly at one point. Extremely narrow up here, just spaced way out.
Oh, god damn.
You can see the guy in front too close.
Oh, that bit was pretty gnarly with a trailer. I think my adrenaline now is officially flowing.
got a deer in the middle of the road, a buck. Two deer. So earlier, around day 3 or 4, we were told that would be the roughest part of the trip. This is typical Kent. He'll tell you what you need to know, and then he's going to drag you through a little bit more. So after all the narrow pathway, it turns into something pretty epic.
The Divide winds through some of the most remarkable backcountry roads in America. And Colorado just might be the most spectacular. Here, the trail remains at or above 11,000 feet for nearly 70 miles.
That is quite the view.
This part of the journey is particularly exciting, as this is one of the few times during the year one can access these passes by automobile.
You want to meet back here at a certain time and then, or somewhere, and then go find camp? We can lose camp, and if we go find camp, we could lose it if we come back into town.
Yeah. Is today our laundry day?
That's our plan.
Today, and we're gonna be here all day tomorrow, right?
I would say we'd be here tomorrow.
Whichever day you want to do laundry.
Well, if Bob's got to leave at 2, I want to meet somewhere so we can say goodbye to Bob.
We could have lunch, right, and then he could leave. Find a restaurant or something.
So let's go down, let's go do that.
Once a mining boomtown, Silverton, Colorado is a National Historic Landmark located in the heart of the San Juan Mountains. Unfortunately, it is here where our team says goodbye to Bob. It's sad to see him go, but as planned, he was only to spend 7 days on this trip. I'm sure we'll see him again on future expeditions.
All right, we stopped for camp early just above Silverton, Colorado. We're going to spend a couple days here and replenish our fuel and our energy. And speaking of energy, Mike is doing me a solid tonight. Let's go over to his truck and see what's happening over here. Mike, what do you got going on?
Making me a pizza. Got my 1960s Coleman oven.
Ooh, look at that.
Pizza stone on top of a cook partner stove.
Nice.
So we'll see how that turns out.
We shall eat like kings tonight.
I'm gonna pet it. Somehow. This is a pizza and pasta hot and sweet seasoning blend. I don't know, it's good. Gives us some spice. Not bad.
Yeah. 10,000 feet of goodness right there. Thank you, Mike. You're the man, boss.
Why have you got a black tongue?
That's the Rhodesian Ridgeback. So he's got half black, half. People say, "What happened to his tongue?" I say, "He likes playing fetch with Sharpies."
So, Mike, what's the deal with ice cream in bread in Singapore?
Ice cream sandwich.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a real ice cream sandwich, and they put ice cream between two slices of bread.
Well, just one.
Or they fold it in half. Yeah.
The ice cream.
Yeah. Just stay away from the durian ice cream. You'll be fine.
Ice cream sandwich.
And here for your first pass.
Uh-oh. Whoa, look at that.
Get a boy. Hey, Stormy, leave his butt alone. Oh, I don't know where it's been.
Got some snow left over, and we're about 12,500 feet and climbing. So we just came over Hurricane Pass and California Pass. Now we're coming up to the Frisco Mill at the Bagley Mine. We're gonna check that out. It looks pretty cool.
Located northwest of Silverton, the Frisco Mill sits at an elevation of 11,400 feet. Constructed in 1912, it is a rare example of early prefabricated mills. The mill's structural components were pre-cut, pre-fit, and coated in Silverton, then transported to the site for assembly. As it stands today, the Frisco Mill epitomizes the speculative nature of early hard rock mining in this area.
In 300 meters, turn right. Just so you guys know, I got 18% grade going up the first part back there in California.
Wow. Waiting for Colin. Day 10 finds us hitting a lot of pavement miles today, just getting supplies and then headed back toward the Continental Divide Trail.
Roughly every 3 to 4 days, the team deviates from the trail for a supply run. This includes visiting local friends for water, hitting the grocery store, and generally cleaning things up. Well, it's not all dirt roads and campfires.
All right, good morning from Camp 10. It's a little chilly this morning, not as bad as yesterday, but we're almost halfway. I think Steamboat Springs is going to be the halfway point. In the meantime, let's get on the road. It's cold.
This is going to be interesting.
Maybe we should just push forward for 10 to 15 more minutes.
Yeah, I think the river spot would be awesome.
Yeah, I think this is a good move. There's just way too many here.
Oh, and you know the 3 biggest lies in Texas? I do not. My truck is paid for. I won this back buckle in a rodeo, and I was just trying to help that sheep get over the fence.
Wyoming just might contain the most stunningly diverse landscapes along the divide. Nearly 550 miles of trail runs through this state, with 120 miles in the high desert of the Great Divide Basin. One minute you're traveling through the isolated desert, the next you're here by a lush green river setting up camp for the night.
We are out in the middle of the prairies of Wyoming, which is very impressive in itself. It's probably just all of this for hundreds of miles and flat lands and pretty amazing. And we have this beautiful little campsite next to the creek, and so we heard water all night, which is always nice, little white noise. We're about 108 to 110 miles outside of Montana. We'll see where the road takes us. Let's get to it.
Is the roughest flat road in the Mexican border.
What do we got there, Kelly?
Tri-tip.
Oh.
There you go. Frank, I'm tying you to the truck. Come here. You will grab that right off the trail.
Double belted.
Wow. That's a nice looking chunk of beef.
Mike, what are you making for this feast?
I am improvising a mac and cheese with this as a base. So we're gonna add some other stuff to it though.
Colin, what are you adding to this feast?
Oh. Argentinian roast potatoes. They're squashed red potatoes, and then you raise the temperature to 400 degrees and they get crispy. Loads of salt.
This is high tech. Done.
Yeah, baby. So we're eating Huckleberry Bear Claws for the second time on the 17th.
Oh, really?
Is that right?
As soon as we get there and I get my bear claw.
Yeah. He's going west.
Lucy, what happened? You were supposed to prevent this.
No, I've been good. I've been really good.
We're finishing 3 days early. That's not good.
Into a day.
Last trip was
6 days more than last time.
Last trip was 16 days. I added 5 days just as a buffer.
And then but 3 of those were bullshit.
No guarantee.
You know what? This has been the conversation at my house for the last 5 months. Colin, do you have a schedule? No, I don't have a schedule. Colin, do you have a schedule? No, I don't have a schedule.
We're
you know
traveling 2,600 miles. How can you have a schedule?
I get it, but Melanie lives her life on a schedule.
Why don't we stay south of Yellowstone, across from the Tetons?
Not in the park.
No, south before the park. Stay there tomorrow night, and then do Yellowstone the next day.
We could probably get there by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning and catch a spot.
Exactly.
Don't want to be in the park, though.
No.
Oh, no, it's not in the park.
South of the park, north of Jackson,
It's
south of Teton.
It's tomatoes.
We have a guest for dinner.
More service.
Yeah, it is. Cheese.
Everybody's still.
What do you think, Kelly?
Amazing. Really good.
Day 13, we're back on the trail, headed north toward Yellowstone. But sadly, we're going to lose Mike today. He's got to get back to Iowa. He's got family there and work to do. So he's going to bail on us today and head back that way. So the rest of the adventure team shall travel forward. And next stop, campsite just south of Yosemite. and then the next couple of days exploring that national park. So here we go.
Careful now, Colin. Bye. Thanks, everyone. Weezer signing off.
Bye, Mike. Safe travel.
Have a good trip home. Let us know when you get there. Will do. I'll send you a message.
It's not a predicament. It's just a situation we're in. It's Friday, middle of summer. People are everywhere. Obviously, we've already passed. I don't know how many people we've passed going into this forest. So let's make a decision what we want to do for the next couple of days. Obviously, we're talking about trying to get to camping tonight.
We need to do laundry.
We have to do laundry, and we might, if we get a campsite within the next hour, we're going to do laundry today somewhere. So is that good with you?
Perfect.
Same here.
When we get up to the area you're talking about, how about you? Have you been to the same camping spot before?
There's a bunch up there. I don't know which one.
Up in the forest.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you guys
but there's a lot of them.
been-
I know. The one that we were was like a balcony.
You've been to a spot.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys go up first. We'll stay down below.
Okay.
Instead of all of us trompsing up there.
Yeah.
You can go up first.
It needs to be a
I'll follow you.
decent
Let's see if I
sized
remember.
spot.
Yeah.
We don't want to be crammed in like you guys did where you're waiting, trying to negotiating to get a piece of
Okay.
pie.
Okay.
It's either a good spot or it's not, and we're going to keep moving if it's not.
Okay.
That would be the other alternative. We will keep moving.
Okay, since you don't know, we can't give me the directions, so I'm going to pull over, and when I can, you take the lead. And we need to go wherever those big rigs can't go.
Take 30311 and stay to the left. There's a little muddy spot here. Put it in four-wheel drive and try not to spin your tires.
Ofer, are you rolling?
Yes, I am. He just passed me.
Copy that. You'll see me. Colin, I see you. You can take off. .36 a.m. day 14. We're camping in the forest area just outside of Tetons, and we're spending 2 days here. So I'm headed into Yellowstone today.
America's first national park, Yellowstone. Encompassing some 2.5 million acres, it is home to one of the world's largest calderas. Steaming geysers and constant volcanic activity is one of the main attractions here. And of course, the largest land-dwelling animal in North America, bison. Yellowstone is the only place in the United States where bison have lived continuously since prehistoric times. They weigh an average of 2,000 pounds and can run up to 30 miles an hour. So please, for the love of everything holy, don't pet the furry cows.
day 15, and it finds us just outside of Grand Teton and Yellowstone. We camped here for 2 nights. Spent yesterday in Yellowstone exploring. It was my first time. So today we're going to head back through Yellowstone, headed toward Montana and Idaho by the end of the night. Probably just west of Yellowstone, actually. So let's get going.
The potholes that you see filled with water are not deep.
All right, so morning 16. We're just in the tip of Idaho, just outside of Wyoming, going into Montana. We got about 100 miles into Montana today, going north, and we expect just off-road all day today, make some progress north, and then set up camp tonight and continue forward on this epic adventure. So let's go.
Welcome to Big Sky Country. Here, along the divide, you are following in the footsteps of Lewis and Clark. For 800 miles, the trail extends through Montana, stepping into Idaho for roughly 180 miles. And of course, it is from here that our adventure team will make their final push to the Canadian border. But not without facing a few more challenges.
We are well into Montana, into the mountains near this amazing little creek where we camped last night. And today we're going to continue another couple hundred miles north. We're about 2, maybe 3 days from the border, so almost there. Let's go.
Who needs what in Butte? This is the last big city for a while. We're gonna stop at the store real quick to get some sodas and
no cookies.
And then we're going to go and get fuel, and then we'll be on the road again.
Well, we have a long day of driving though too.
Yep, we do. I remember getting into that camp barely, but it was mud.
Yeah.
The entire time. So it's gonna be a lot different this time.
All right.
Break.
Okay, morning 18, and at this elevation, it was particularly hot last night, and we ran into some people on the trail that have predicted it's going to get warmer as we go north, which is opposite of what we expected, but there's also smoke in the air. There's 2 fires north of us. One in particular is right in the way of where we have to go. So we're going to watch that and see how that affects our travel today, and then continue north.
So the road was open back there, and it looks like we could probably get to camp. But the problem is the smoke is so thick that it's going to come right down top of us tonight. So it would be a smoky mess. Make up your own mind. If we agree to go in there, we can go in there. Yeah, otherwise, we just...
Who knows how many miles we're going to have to go to get out of smoke, because it looks pretty smoky.
But it is only 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we could, in theory, make it the pole bridge tonight if we wanted to. But we can get out of the smoke is really, because it's going to do nothing but irritate you.
No, I'd be up for getting out of the smoke.
Same here.
You know, yeah, it's just it's a never-ending problem.
Yeah.
You know, you have lung problems and the whole thing. It's just important to take it from me. It's not fun. All right, then. Why don't we just keep moving and see what?
Although I've been feeling better, and Ofer deduced that wildfire smoke cures dizziness.
We'll probably get to Kalispell and figure out what time it is. Okay. Because our camp out of Kalispell is only, what, an hour?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
If we spend 2 nights there, we spend 2 nights there.
Oh, I would be happy to.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
With smoke from the wildfires closing in, the window for a successful finish is closing quickly. But the team is nonetheless excited to be just 10 miles away from the border.
Thank you. You're welcome. There is another if you want another.
No, I'm good.
And I would be happy to give it to you.
So good.
Okay.
Where's that damn eagle?
Well, you guys are a bit of a disadvantage seeing as how you're running rubber bands for tires.
Yeah, that is true. You, on the other hand, have 4 condoms on each corner. Inflated.
Never be
with helium.
And one in the driver's seat in case.
You actually have more of these?
Yeah.
Well,
if you want to know, let me get it for you.
I'll get it for you. Where?
No, I'll get it.
Well, that's it. We came 2,700 miles. We're 5 miles from the border. Fuck it, let's go home. Now, you didn't think we were just gonna stop 5 miles out. No, we're gonna get going. But first, let's get some breakfast in Pole Bridge.
The Pole Bridge Mercantile is one of the most iconic buildings in Montana. It has served as a general store since 1914 and sits around the corner from Glacier National Park. Known for its huckleberry bear claws, if it's breakfast you're after, there is something here for everyone.
How was it?
Excellent.
This is a cinnamon roll. Yeah, it's a big one. The bear claws? Yep.
Bear claws, and you buy a cinnamon roll that you can get anywhere.
We circled back to Pole Bridge. We got some breakfast. We huddled. And now we're going to do about 40 to 50 miles over the mountain west and head to the border there. 5 miles of road closure is not going to keep us from achieving our objective. Okay, an adventure that started at the U.S.-Mexico border, took us north through New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, ends here at the U.S.-Canadian border in Montana. Wow, what an adventure.
How many we got?
One per vehicle.
One per vehicle.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Here is my challenge coin. Now here, the thing about the challenge coin is that this is only given out to people that are usually done beyond and above, you know, what it takes to do the job. So we went 2,500 plus miles. You know, nothing happened. Well, thanks to Over, nothing happened.
We're all still speaking to each other.
Well, and he kept fixing things for us. So, Callie, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Very much.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, Kent.
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, listen.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Now take my.
Okay, now.
Thank you so much for your leadership.
gone.
Can I hug you?
Thanks, man. This was fantastic.
Thanks, sir.
We enjoyed traveling with you.
You were inspiring.
You can do.
Radio and the radio.
Don't chop your toe off.
I'm not chopping my toe off. I promise.
If you do, I want to get it on camera. So
All right. Okay.
And I didn't record any of that.
Drive a 2020 Jeep Gladiator with a Overland camper on it.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Border Patrol.
My friend Colin and I will get a beer for lunch. What do you think, Colin? Is that a good idea?
I think that's a stunning idea.
Let's go.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
I want to watch you fight a bear with welding gloves.
Well, at least they're red already, so you won't stain them.
As pit stops go, it's pretty good. What do you think, boys?
Not bad at all.
Colorado.
Now, some of you more astute viewers may remember this guy from New Mexico. Well, that's Pete. Somewhere around morning 3, he just up and took off. We ain't seen him since. So, if you see Pete, tell him we said hello, and we're holding some antelope meat just for him.